This place, this place is a mess. I'm not enjoying it. I moved the camera because, there's a little bit too much glare that way, so hopefully you guys can actually see slightly of what I'm doing instead of... And there's still a glare that way. Okay, you know what? After researching a bunch with the armor, I've learned that it's going to be a lot more complicated than I expected. But I'm still willing to do it, and I think I'm going to enjoy it still. So, let's start. First of all, information about what we need to be worrying about. The waste of resources, the weight, and our own anatomy. So, let's go over number 3 first, because we can just throw metal around here and there. I have enough. And then we can worry about weight afterward. With the human body, we have a lot of problems. I'm going to talk about just the knee joint, for example. When we're putting that much weight and that much shock of impact onto that joint for a long amount of time, or for a repetitive amount of time, it damages it significantly more than, normal processes. Even if you were going to run up the stairs 1,000 times a day, it's probably going to take more of a toll if you were carrying a 100-pound weight when you weren't used to it. You have to first condition yourself, which luckily I went on long bike rides for a while to actually condition my knees, mostly my legs, because yes, I'll need to worry about my back and my shoulders, but here and there, it should be simple. I'm not worried about it. The joints I'm really concerned about, shoulders, neck, back, hips, that's what I'm concerned about. The reason why is because it is more difficult to put a brace on them. So we have to find out a way that's going to make it comfortable, stay in joint, and kind of give me the movement that I need, but also not, rip these out of socket. Because personally, I'm not a big fan of that. I'm really not a big fan of underneath a lot of weight and discomfort and pain at the same time. It just doesn't sound fun. So we're going to try to fix that right now by looking at the plate that we have and getting on our safety goggles and start cutting metal. Before we get to cutting, though, I have a problem with these. You know what these are? You know what these stupid things are? Oh, they're safety glasses. I don't like safety glasses because I've had too many problems with them that either whenever I'm using my grinder or my angle grinder, they go underneath my eye, the chips, and it drives me up the wall because then I'm sitting in the bathroom scrubbing with cold water in my eye, trying to get this chip out, then I'll scratch it, and then it's annoying for the next few days. So, I'm going to show you how durable these things actually are. They're not very durable, okay? Brace with me. We're going to go through a few tests, alright? And the one that it fails on, the one we'll describe, okay? We're going to go over just scratching, okay? We're going to go over how it does with just scissors. So, we have a pair of scissors. I usually will cut small things with this, not a problem. If I bring it up, alright, I'm going to start scratching in 3, 2, 1. Oh, no! So, in conclusion, they are not that good. While I'm cutting, okay, this hat can say goodbye. I'll be right back, alright? I'm going to go grab the actual thing that's going to protect me. I'm not sorry. I hope you realize that. I'm not. With the metal that we cut off, we're going to be taking all the stainless steel that I have, because I only have a limited amount, but it's extremely thick compared to all the other stuff, and we're going to be setting it on this thing, which, if you can't really see it that well, it's football gear. Isn't that a cool thing? Gosh, I love donation stores. Wow, look at that. At least you guys got to skip the time so your ears didn't bleed while I was cutting with this thing. So, we have a bunch of metal now that's finally cut, so we're going to start figuring out how we're going to take this and bolt it onto that little piece of, football gear. Hopefully this goes well. You know what, I'm telling you what, this probably smells like a 1960s outlet mall to everybody else that doesn't wear this all the time. Well, diggity dang. Look at all the stuff we got. We actually have a lot more metal than I really thought we would. So, now that we have 2 of these pieces, and we got 2 of these pieces, now we can use all this stainless steel and start constructing the front and the top back of, I've already explained this a million times. Okay. There's good news and there's bad news. Which one do you want first? I don't know, because you can't talk right now, can you? Exactly. Shut up. The good news is I have all the metal that I need to actually put onto the piece. So everything that's right here will fit onto this piece perfectly. The bad news is I don't have a welder or a plasma cutter, which I know somebody that does, and I know you're going to be watching this, so help me. Thank you. So with the chest plate, it only covers up to here. And the reason why is because I need a lot of space up here for two different parts. Number one, my shoulder blades, and number two, my neck guard. I'm making these two different than just a chest plate because number one, I need more mobility, and number two, I don't want to cut my neck or make it uncomfortable for me. I want this extra kind of flex right here, so I'm going to add a crease right there. There's going to be a crease down the center of the chest plate, and then it's going to be bolted to the bottom of the football gear, and then that's going to be connected to my back support. I want this stuff to be strapped to me but not give too much pressure, because if I have too much pressure, I won't be able to breathe and run correctly, but if it's too loose on me, I'm going to look like a fat kid that's trying not to miss the bus. So